Jackson Radio Show.
Everybody, Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying what we do. Dadgummit, I got to tell you, this cord is wrapped around my neck. It's making me mad. Anyway, hey, I'm glad you guys are here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com, 844-551-8255. So, been doing tons of media, as you guys know. Variety of subjects. I'm actually surprised that I have not done anything on this particular subject. And it has to do with a racist firefighter. You guys heard this story? I know my producers have heard the story because they got me. It was which one of you guys got me this story? You? Okay, cool. I like this story. See, this is the type of thing that we need more of around here. Initiative! Drive! No, these are stories that, look, everything's in my wheelhouse when it comes to discussing it from a race and class or caste system terms, because I focus on that. I've been paying attention to that my whole life. And I'm an authority in it because I grew up around very wealthy people, even though I was very poor. So I watch human reactions to things like this. And this is a great story here. Racist firefighter. He says one dog is more important than 1 million Negroes, and he used a different word. He's a firefighter, and he was talking about in the context of saving, something like, he's like, one dog is worth more than 1 million N-words when it comes to savings and stuff. And I don't know what he talks like. He's actually from Ohio. So he probably talks like this. But it's funny. You got to see, you really have to dissect this to understand what I'm talking about, because I just want to give my insights on this racist firefighter. His name is Tyler Royston. Roysdon, for those of you who might want to Google him or look him up or whatever. And he made the comment that I said, one dog is more important than 1 million N-words. One dog's more important than 1 million Negroes. I was thinking, that better be Lassie. Shoot. Or Rin Tin Tin. And I might agree. But anyways, you can imagine this white guy is the wet dream of leftists all over the country. They consider him the poster child for America. Racist America. And specifically for you people. You know who I'm talking about? You white folks out there listening to the Kevin Jackson Show. You are the reason Tyler Royston feels the way that he feels. Now here's a story the Washington Post said. An Ohio fire department has suspended one of its volunteer firefighters. I'm sorry. And when I read that, I crack up. How do you suspend a volunteer? Listen here, volunteer. You stop hanging around. Don't you come here and not pick up a paycheck. And how do you suspend a volunteer? That just cracks me up. For a racist Facebook post suggesting he'd prefer to save a dog in an emergency than a black person. That's the way they wrote it. Tyler Royston, a volunteer for Franklin Township, wrote that if he had to choose between saving a dog or a black man from a burning building, the dog would get priority because one dog is more important than 1 million Negroes. Chris Rock might agree. You have ever heard Chris Rock talk about there are black folks and then there are Chris Rock. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to put it out there for you. There are black folks and then there are and it's a funny set because he goes on to tell you about the non-black folks. And if you've been raised like I've been raised, you know exactly who he's talking about. I know I got family. He was talking about my family, and I wasn't even mad at him. Oh, man. Too funny. Okay, so he's a volunteer, and he says and he removed his Facebook post. But they got a screenshot. And we put a screenshot up of it on the website, on our website. Now, I'm just telling you, this is how I felt. I immediately called BS on this story, on this dude. And I'll tell you why. First, and I want you to think about this stuff hard, because I do what I do to make you think. First of all, he wants to save animals over humans. Leftists do that. I'm not want to tell people how to do their jobs, but check to see if this racist idiot worked for or currently works with PETA. See, that's the first thing. Now, I know that there are leftists. They're out there now. You may be among them conservatives. I'll give you some slack. You may be arguing with Kevin. He might not consider black people human, ergo less than animals. Right? Yeah, you think you're ahead of me. I don't buy that. And that's not why. There are other indicators I'm going to get to. And then when I've wrapped it up, then you can let me know if you believe that Tyler Royston is who he says he is, et cetera, et cetera. You know, so we're going to run with the notion that he thinks that black people are less than human. So I'll ask you this question. If that's the case, and you like your life, why would you post that on social media? Huh? Have you ever watched cop films? Especially the ones where they got like a serial killer. And he's killed a lot of people. And he's been meticulous. He's what they call an organized versus disorganized. And he doesn't do, so he wouldn't do what they call a random attack. It would be a planned attack. He's casing people. He's organized. So here's a guy who's been cruising along in his white racist life. We're talking about Tyler Royston. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Tyler decides to make a racist comment. And I'm talking about a vile one. Vile in the sense that there's no way to scoot around that. You know, it's not like you can come back later and go, I didn't really mean it the way it was taken. No, Tyler, you meant that, right? It's kind of like that. So social media is a hot button for political discourse. And of course, leftists own it, and therefore they troll it like lions, you know, two lion males marking their territory in the Serengeti. Whose scent is this? Who? You know how lions smell for scent? They stick their tongue out like that, and then they scrunch up their faces. That's how liberal trolls find stuff on Facebook. Anyway, so they find Tyler's post. And the only thing I can say is he's a serial killer. He wanted to be caught. There's no way you do this. Now, admittedly, I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you I know all about Tyler Royston. I don't. But pull my finger, this does not pass the smell test. All right? So I visited Tyler's Facebook page. His Facebook page is still up. And he has all the trappings of a white supremacist on his Facebook page, the way the left defines him. First of all, if you go to Tyler Royston's Facebook page, dude looks like he escaped from an Amish compound. This picture I got of him up was like from 2015. He looked like a big old fat leprechaun. He looked Amish. I don't know where the Amish are from originally, but he does. He looks Amish. He got the funky beard. The way he shaved it is the way the Amish do their beards. He looks Amish. And I counted 7 posts in the entire year of 2013, 4 in the entire year of 2014, 5 in the entire year of 2015, and one of those is a duplicate. And I'm not sure what he did in 2016 because there was nothing there. And then we get to 2017. He makes one post, and it's the one that they're talking about that he removed. So, was the evidence planted? You know, and then in the picture they have Royston shooting. And we all know how bad guns are, right, Chirins? Next, we have a Confederate flag. It's got the Cummings logo in it, so I know they're not happy. And I'm just saying, you look at this guy, I don't believe he exists. in the way that it's like a play. It's like one of the, you know how they put people on the cover and they go, we're going to give you an identity now. Just make sure that realize that your name is now Keith Johnson. You got that? Yeah, Keith Johnson. And give us your certificate. Yeah, I'm Keith Johnson. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and I grew up in the suburbs and blah, blah, blah. And my mother was this and my father was that. And people look at your thing and they go, he's got to be an undercover cop because he's got too good a credit. And, he's got no kids by 3 different baby daddies, 3 different baby mamas. And then they kill me in the first setup, sting operation I do. It's too pat. It's got all the dog whistles of racism. Something's up here. I promise you, folks. You're going to come back to this, and you're going to find out I'm right.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.